Currently the 21st of September 2019, and of course I will be, as per usual, going through everything that I've done with this character between the recording of part 6 and the recording of this part 7. And before I do that as well, there is also something that needs to be discussed because it's frickin' hilarious, and I don't think any of you would really know about it. You might, but I don't think any of you even watched the guy. But basically yesterday, I might as well go through the whole story because it's worthwhile, but before I do that I want to at least create a room just to make sure that I'm actually being sensible with my time usage here. I don't exactly want to be sitting here talking about something without you guys seeing any hunting action, because of course I am interested in entertaining you all. I'm going to search, first and foremost, okay, the fact that the last thing I searched was Shaguru Magala is relevant. We'll discuss that in a little bit. Hold on, where is Amatsu Magatsushi? Here we go. No, that's fine. If a Hunter Rank 999 wants to join, that is lovely, but we are not. Why am I even searching based on HR? Let's not. I just wanted to make sure that no one was doing Amatsu, because then obviously that makes things really annoying if I go and make a room, and then no one joins me because there's another room doing the quest. So yeah, obviously not the best situation. I would prefer to write Amatsu Magatsuji, but yeah, anyway. It is very odd with Amatsu because it's the only monster really in the series that had a long name that wasn't just separated, you know. Because of course you had Kushara Daora, you had Yamatsukami, they were all one word, you know, monster names, but for some reason Amatsu, instead of being Amatsu Magatsuchi, just Amatsu, which of course I found absolutely hilarious when I first saw that. But anyway, so what have we got? Yep, that seemed good to me. Now to start telling the story. I got home from work yesterday, and generally what I do at night is play with the friend that I've been mentioning a number of times in my Hunting with Purpose recording series. He's the guy who went and got a Switch, and I said that I'd go and play with him on Generations Ultimate. I basically boosted him up to G rank, and we played last night, and he needed a Shaguru Magala mantle. So essentially we went, and I'm just in the process of getting my chats up, by the way, for anyone talking. Anyone in the Twitch chat? No, not at this stage. I would almost guarantee there's at least someone in the YouTube chat. Sorry, whoever that may be, I'm not really looking at the chat at the moment. It will be up momentarily. But anyway, so we were hunting a Shaguru Magala with the intention of my friend getting a mantle. For some reason the live stream is not showing up on my channel. That's always a good start, isn't it? I am live, aren't I? Yes, apparently I am. Anyway, so he was expecting to be in for the long haul. And, you know, I'm pretty tired, pretty easygoing, don't really care about what's going on at any given time. And a guy turns up with a cat. And my reaction to that was pretty much the reaction that I always have when it comes to someone using a cat in a hunt in this game, and that is, oh god, please don't join the quest with that frickin' cat equipped. And of course he joined the quest with the cat equipped. And I'm going to show you the conversation that was had regarding that. So I guess we'll just put it here. As you can see, the guy comes into the room and says, "Cats rule, monsters drool." And I'm just sitting there going, that's neither clever nor funny. And so I thought it was pretty ridiculous, so I gave a deadpan response. I was just like, cats are terrible. And then my friend, who I was voice chatting with, by the way, his reaction was the same as mine as far as seeing a cat in the room. He was like, oh god, not a cat. And so he says, change the cat or buy, which I found to be hilarious at the time. You can see I reacted with laughing my fucking ass off, because, you know, the guy just comes in, he seems relatively friendly, he just does a stupid little rhyming shout, which I found to be dumb, and then we come down on him like a ton of bricks, you know. That's how it looked at the time. I thought it was hilarious. And after that point, I go and look in my box trying to set up for the quest, and then my friend in voice chat says, alright, kick him quick. And I exit out of my box screen to see that my friend had said, okay, see ya. So at that point I'm like, shit, I have to kick him. So I went and kicked him, and I also saw at that time that he said, Gaijin Hunter here to hunt. And my reaction to that was, oh, he's probably memeing, you know, because all of the interactions that I've seen community-wise regarding Gaijin Hunter are all negative. I've never seen a positive community interaction because the people who I associate with in Monster Hunter, they're pretty much all veteran players, and for whatever reason, veteran players, they fucking hate Gaijin Hunter, and I don't know why. I'm not saying that I personally have a problem with him, and don't shoot the messenger, I'm just saying that most people seem to not really like Gaijin Hunter that much. And I only know of him because back when Monster Hunter 4 came out in Japanese, I'm still trying to get my chat up, by the way. I'm going to have to go into my frickin' YouTube studio to even find the frickin' live stream. It's decided not to show up on my channel for some reason. But yeah, I just remember that when Monster Hunter 4 came out on the 3DS in Japanese, because Gaijin Hunter was pretty much fluent in Japanese at that time, and probably still is, you'd hope it still is, he was making videos of Monster Hunter 4, basically translating the thing. And that was the first time that I really found out anything about him, but how it was, oh, my stream is private apparently, that's fucking lovely. So we'll make that public, that's amazing if it could not be private. And yeah, let's go into the frickin', come on, Jesus Christ. I have to say, sometimes working with YouTube for streaming is just completely nightmarish. But anyway, yeah, I don't really know much about Gaijin Hunter, and I was aware of him around that time when Monster Hunter 4 came out, and I never really watched his videos because I didn't really care about 4 Ultimate at that time, because before that point, I thought the whole idea and the rumour regarding a Monster Hunter releasing on the 3DS, I thought that was a complete joke, right? And then I found out that it wasn't a joke, so needless to say, I wasn't very impressed, and I had no interest in actually looking at the gameplay. So yeah, I didn't really watch it too much. But anyway, as it turns out, that was actually Gaijin Hunter that we had kicked from the room for using a cat. And so I may as well put it back up. But yeah, just really, really hilarious. So we went and did the hunt, and without Gaijin Hunter, of course, because he was using a cat, we'd kicked him, and then he was substituted for a Blade Master, which is obviously a better thing for us because we don't have a cat in the team. Anyway, we go and finish the hunt, and I look on my Discord, and my friend has basically sent me this Twitter post from Gaijin Hunter, and he's laughing his ass off because essentially I've gone and actually kicked Gaijin Hunter, and he's gone and made a Twitter post about it. And yeah, so that's a thing that happened. And I told my friend, who basically asked for him to be kicked, and he was laughing so much that he was just choking. It was the whole thing was just hilarious. And yeah, that's about all there is to tell. My friend basically looked at the fact that Gaijin Hunter had said, Gaijin Hunter ready to hunt or something like that, as him pretty much throwing around his ego. But, you know, maybe not, I don't know. He's probably not used to being kicked or being threatened to be kicked, so I guess that was the only thing that he knew to do to sort of avoid it. But anyway, I will mention, just generally, I'm not the kind of person who goes around kicking people for using cats. It's not, for example, that particular hunt, it was a Shagaru hunt. Whether or not the guy was using a cat, as far as I was concerned, was just not important. It didn't matter. It was inconsequential as far as the result of the hunt was concerned. It was, the monster was going to die. And yeah, that was pretty much what happened. I'm using the wrong frickin' set, by the way. Wrong keyboard. Of course I need to I've got keyboards everywhere, and the one that I need to use to type here, changing gear, I need to actually do this. They're gonna freak the fuck out because I'm not moving while they're all ready to. Changing gear, everyone relax, it's okay, we're going to depart on the hunt. They're probably freaking out about two things, the fact that I'm using this bow, and the second thing will be the fact that I was standing still, not immediately departing. And now the third thing is that I've gone and cancelled the quest and I've gone in here. Like, these are the sorts of things that just absolutely... See, look at this. Instantly gone. Instantly gone. These people are just off their fucking brains. I'm telling you now that players in this game are they're really, really interesting. They're really interesting. So I understand why, for example, Gaijin Hunter would actually get the shits over me kicking him for using a cat. Because, I mean, it's just one of those things that you would interpret as being the community being terrible, but of course I do give further context behind that whole situation, just so you can know what was going on. I didn't even think much of it at the time. I was tired, and my friend basically forced me to kick the guy because he said, okay, see ya. I didn't want to make him look like a complete idiot, so I was like, alright, we'll kick the cat user, whatever. And I did think in my head at the time that it might be Gaijin Hunter, but I was pretty positive that it was someone memeing him, and you know, I'm sure plenty of people do meme that guy. But I don't keep up with meme culture, but I did know that he is widely hated, so yeah, made sense to me to think that someone would make fun of, say, a common phrase that he uses when introducing a video or something like that. I assume that's what that shout was, not him actually saying, "It's me, Gaijin Hunter, don't kick me." And of course his Twitter post said, their loss, and I'm thinking, well, no, it wasn't our loss, because we didn't have to have a fucking cat in the team. So yeah, in the end, things worked out very well, I would like to think. We didn't have to fight with a cat, and that was also one of the most hilarious things I've seen all week. So, yeah, how about that? Regardless, it was one of those things as well, because my friend Sam and his entire Discord, they all hate Gaijin Hunter, and so it was just, they would have found the fact that Gaijin Hunter had been kicked for using a cat to be funny on its own, and then they look and it's like, it's fucking Doomling! So, yeah, that was a fun moment. But anyway, my opinion on cat should be visible based on my guild card here, I would like to think. But, yeah, we still have a little bit more bow usage left, but I'm not going to be using bow in this particular fight. I feel like using light bowgun. And, of course, that's one thing as well that I haven't really addressed. That's something that I've done between the recording of Part 6 and Part 7 here. I managed to get the full Silverwind set, which I did mention a number of parts before that I was trying to get that. And I've got it, finally. And I'm using the Nakako's light bowgun as my pierce bowgun. I'm going to actually sort this because it's a little bit of a mess at the moment. But yeah, that's pretty much what's happening. I will go through all of the stuff that I've done in that time. I have made a few sets. I've made some weapons as well. So I'll go through all that with you guys, because I do like to do that. But I just wanted to get straight into a hunt. Didn't really want to waste too much time, of course. In the time that it took for me to pretty much tell that stupid Gaijin Hunter story, we managed to get a room, so it's good that I was able to finish that story and be straight into the hunt. That's pretty much what I was going for at that time. But anyway, it is enjoyable to use light pierce. I do actually need a little bit of change when it comes to pierce, because I usually go heavy bowgun pierce, not the Valor heavy bowgun that everyone seems to be wanting to use these days, but instead just essentially a set that is an equivalent to my 4 ultimate set, but in this game with pierce. It's just a high mobility, heavy damage pierce set. This one is a high mobility, pretty reasonable damage pierce set as well. We'll have a look and see what my end damage is here. It's 361 on a light bowgun, because this does have a long barrel on it, and it is, of course, the Nakako's light bowgun, so damage is to be expected. As well as that, it does have shrapnel shots internally, which seem to be like instantly impacting slicing shots, but I don't think they deal slicing damage. So essentially, imagine slicing S, but it deals the damage immediately on impact, and it doesn't do slicing damage, or cutting damage, I should say. That's essentially what shrapnel S is, and it seems to do a decent amount of damage, so it's a pretty good bit of internal ammo to have in this gun, and I have 42 shots of it too, so for the most part I don't really have to move on to normal shots when I do run out of pierce with this gun. I just use shrapnel, and because that's rapid fire actually on this gun, it pretty much lasts until the end of the hunt, so yeah, well, usually the hunt will be over before I even need to get into shrapnel, so yeah, I never have to really touch normal with this gun, so it's a good thing. Alright, let's try and knock him over, please. Oh no, this is not good. Come on, guys. Not good. What is this team? I gave up for obvious reasons, because thank God for my evasion skills, right? All that he's gonna get comboed. No, he didn't get comboed, astoundingly. But, yeah, do I even have... I do have life powders, but yeah. Too busy doing damage, man. Sorry. But yeah, seriously. Enjoying trying out Light Pierce. Has been a little while since I last did Light Pierce, not since, for Ultimate, really. So, yeah. Pretty much the journey that I've been taking is just getting my character to the point where I don't really need to do anything with it anymore. You can see that I'm currently hunter rank 330 something. It's like 333, that's a good number. And, yeah, I'm just slowly but surely working through it. I've got some bows left to do. I still haven't done anything with the lance because, as you know, or maybe you don't know, you probably have no idea actually, I'm trying to get the Grand Tokar set so that I can use one of those armor pieces in a mixed set for the lance. And I've been wanting to do that for so long, pretty much since I got the game, you know. Since I first got to G rank and I made my first mixed armor set on the theoretical planning level, I needed Grand Tokar, and I still don't have that shit because, I mean, I've done a little bit of villager request stuff, but not enough to obviously get Grand Tokar. I've got no idea what's even needed for that, to be honest. It's very confusing. So, oh no, not this shit again. I will probably do Bullet Geyser, but fortunately that was not necessary. Let's do Bullet Geyser anyway. Of course it does fuck up your teammates sometimes, but yeah, I've got no idea what sort of damage Bullet Geyser even deals to the monster, but yeah. It's pretty fun to use, so that's one thing that it's got going for it. But yeah. As well as that, I think I did a little bit more bow stuff. I don't think that I had any heavy bows, nor did I have a heavy set for bow when I was last recording. I might have had the armor set, I might have had one of them. I now have 2 armor sets for heavy, don't I? Did I make 2? I think I did. And I should, because I have all heavy bows that I wanted, so... yeah, we've got that all done now. Heavy seems like an interesting shot type. It's a little bit more fun than rapid, to be honest. I think it's enjoyable to sort of try and get it in an arc. But, alright, let's try and actually knock him down. Let's do it, guys. Don't know what was happening before. Apparently I'm getting raided by some sort of Hyperdimension Neptunia fan. Hello everyone. I haven't actually played too much Neptunia personally. Played a little bit of the first game in its remaster, Rebirth 1. Needless to say, pretty outdated for 2010 JRPGs. It plays more like a 2006 JRPG, but anyway. The worst thing about Neptunia for me is that it's a video game. It should actually be a visual novel. But anyway, I did play a little bit of Four Goddesses Online as well. I do intend to play more of that. But yeah, anyway. It's just one of those things where I want to play it, but I don't know. I've got other things that I'm playing, I suppose, so it's kind of unfortunate. I don't know how much longer this Amatsu is going to last. It's probably going to die fairly soon. But yeah. You would hope so, anyway. What I need is... I think it's 2 Storm Vesicle Clumps, something like that, maybe even 3. I need a total of 3, but I think I already have 1 in my inventory. And, yeah. I need that for my Ceadeus greatsword. Now, you can either go with the Ceadeus greatsword or the Plesioth greatsword for water in this game, to be honest. Both are pretty much equal. Oh, that's not good. Alright, let's get ready to roll. That did not work out at all. So how many people have we got dead? We've only got 2, fortunately. What is with this team and not being able to knock down this Amatsu? I don't really understand it. Normally it's not a problem as long as everyone's aiming for Amatsu, but for some reason, someone must be not doing any damage at all. I think it's Chris Wolf. He's using frickin' Neset though. I mean, maybe that does damage, but probably not. I don't know. Regardless, yeah. We are getting towards the end of our pierce, so definitely we may very well be into shrapnel at some point soon, but I shouldn't have to shoot too much of it. Unless this team is actually complete dog shit. This monster should be dead by the time I'm finished with my PS1. I've been playing completely subconsciously as well. but I'm pretty sure my performance has been fine. Obviously my performance can always be a little bit better when I'm recording, but anyway, it is what it is. I wouldn't say it's been too terrible. So Jadon, nice name, is using what I believe to be the, yeah, that looks like it is the Lao Shan Lung Longsword. I believe Fire is the primary and then Dragon is the secondary for this monster, or it could be Dragon as the primary, I don't really remember. Never really have fought too much Amatsu. I've fought a lot more Amatsu in Portable 3rd than I did in any other game. So, I mean, I didn't fight him at all in Generations, not even once I don't think. Maybe once, after this game was announced to be coming out. This game being Generations Ultimate, obviously. But other than that, I just didn't fight Amatsu in Generations. But, ooh, where the hell are you? I can't even see you. You must be up there. Yeah, there you are. What's with this team? What's with this team? I need materials. I'm not here to fuck around. I understand that I died as well. I will completely appreciate that, but I... Anyway. It's not me, it's the team. But it is. Anyway. Whatever, I felt like I was pulling my weight there, but maybe one or two of those teammates were not doing the same. We failed even with insurance, which is pathetic. But anyway. Chris Wolf burst into tears and turned off his Switch. And the other two are probably due to leave fairly soon. And what I'll actually do is I'll use this as an opportunity to go and show you guys what I've done in the meantime. So, I've got this armor set, which is Silverwind. And I think as well as that, I've got my Blunt Longsword set. I only made this yesterday. This is, of course, using the Acantor Longsword. And it's pretty good. The end damage on Orange Sharpness is 470. With a weapon like this that's obviously dealing a lot of damage on its own anyway, but if you're doing 470 true raw, it's like, wow. It's pretty good. I think I showed you this before, didn't I? I think I had this in part 6. It's my Sword and Shield set. What else do I have? Rapid Dragon, so I decided to make this with my Nakakos light bowgun because I did see that it was quite good for Dragon. But yeah, I used it a little bit with some Fatalis hunts. It was pretty fun. What else have I made? I think that's... Oh, I didn't make any Pierce stuff when you were last watching. I still need to do a little bit of Pierce because... Well, a little bit of work on the Pierce bows. I have Dragon. I have... No. Was Beyond the Firmaments a... No, that was a heavy bow. So I got Beyond the Firmaments. That was kind of annoying to get. I think I had that before. One thing that I've done in the meantime is... This is my Pierce... Yeah. So my Pierce ice bow is Elder Frost. That was really annoying to get. Because I was getting terrible luck with trunk spines and... Yeah, fighting more deviants in general was just annoying. But anyway, we've all of a sudden got a full team. That's a good thing to see. So, yeah, I'm happy about that. Go and post the quest. Again, we need some storm vesicles, so what's really annoying about that is that there's kind of a low drop rate for those. So having a failed hunt only causes this to go on for even longer. It's fucking annoying. Oh! I didn't show you guys my new greatsword set. I'll just tell you the skills on it. It's high grade earplugs, focus, critical draw, sharpness +2. So it's essentially a sharp greatsword set. And yeah, I haven't made a greatsword set up until this point, and now that I have one, I'm pretty eager to use greatsword again. Definitely that set is subject to change based on the talismans that I get going forward, and also I do plan to make a greatsword set that will make use of critical boost in conjunction with critical draw, which I would say is a pretty good idea, and I don't plan for that to be a sharpness +2 set. So, because purple sharpness kind of sucks in this game as compared to previous games, I wasn't necessarily aiming to use sharpness +2 as a means to get purple. It was instead a means to have weapons that didn't have too much sharpness before, but were pretty strong, to actually have better sharpness and have them be a little bit more usable. So that was essentially what was happening with sharpness plus 2. So I did have a list of greatswords that I wanted to make without sharpness plus 2. And then once I decided that I would make a sharpness plus 2 set, because it was easy to make, I decided to go and choose some different greatswords to make. So yeah. Before we actually start with this hunt, I am going to take a moment to do something. I will be back in just a little bit. We are back. And we'll get straight into this Amatsu hunt. I have not been checking to see, like, what the hell people have equipped in this group. To see whether or not it's going to be an improvement over the last group. But it seems we've got Man Sent, and he is indeed going Valor Pierce Bowguns, so this should be nice and quick. I don't really mind if people want to use that set, it doesn't really concern me. I just take I reap the benefits of it by having the hunt go faster. That's perfectly fine by me. Alrighty. Here we go. Bad timing for me because I need to reload. So is it dragon or fire that Amatsu is most weak to? I might go Pierce Bow next, because I don't want to have you guys be too bored by what I'm doing. It's always good to change things up a little bit from time to time. Oh dear. I do find the Amatsu fight to not be too particularly amazing. I kind of enjoyed it in Portable Third because it was something different, you know, this flying monster in an area. And it was interesting, but nowadays I just don't really care for Amatsu. It's essentially a laggy. An underwater laggy, but not actually underwater, instead flying in the air. I have to say, that was possibly the most pointless raid I've ever received on Twitch. They all just spammed a bunch of blanc emotes, and then after that they fucked off. So that's fine. Like, they didn't even say a word. At least say hello or something, I don't know. Oh, raids. I don't really engage in that sort of Twitch shit. Doesn't really mean anything to me, but if someone wants to raid me, they're welcome to, I suppose. And if they're idiots, then I'll just close the chat window. Doesn't concern me. Because I'm so good at entertaining myself that I don't necessarily need to be entertained by a chat. That's kind of how that works. I'll stand directly underneath. Oh, I think that's aiming for me, isn't it? Oh no, that's aiming for Jadon. Jadon. There's something about that that bothers me, I don't know. Jadon. And Jadon died. Could have seen that one coming. So again, this should not last too long. Hopefully we can get this done before everyone dies, I don't know. I don't know if anyone's at risk of death, other than Jadon. I'm gonna call him Jadon, that's funny. Jadon. Because it's as if it's two words. J-A-Y, space, D-O-N. Jadon. Oh no. Again, it's always the worst time when he does this. It's when I'm trying to reload my freaking gun. But yeah, the reason why I don't use, and I think I mentioned this before, but the reason why I was not intending on using the Silverwind light bowgun with this armor set is because it's just overkill as fuck. Can you skip, please? I hate the skipping crap in this game because when you press B, it doesn't fucking register it for ages sometimes. It's just terrible. This guy's name is also gross, by the way. Man Scent. Like, what? Anyway, aside from that, what was I saying? Oh yeah, it's overkill to have that much affinity with your weapon. So to have the Silverwind set with the Silverwind gun, you may as well get extra damage on your gun and then have a reasonable affinity. So for example, you can see this is 40% affinity with an end damage value of 360. That's perfectly fine. Like, you don't need more than 40% affinity. 30% is fine. 40% is like, that's really good. So, you know, you want to make up for the loss of damage maybe from so much affinity by getting more of that. But using the Silverwind gun is just not necessary. I mean, I would say that the Silverwind gun has enough raw, but there's no use going overkill with the affinity just so that you can, I guess, have that affinity. You know, you want some good damage as well. So yeah, that's my philosophy on it. Of course, I do see the benefit to the Silverwind light bowgun. I do intend to use that with a set at some point, because I do have it fully upgraded. Actually, no, I don't. I used all the materials that I had to fully upgrade the armor set, which I'm pretty sure that I did do, didn't I? Yeah, so I fully upgraded the armor set, but I don't have enough materials to fully upgrade the... did I even get any storm vesicles? Let's have a look. But yeah, what was I saying? I still haven't fully upgraded... oh! I got 2. Holy dick. That's pretty good. I usually only get 1, if any. So, awesome, I've already taken care of that. I'm happy to see that that worked out rather well. But yeah, again, I don't have the Silverwind bowgun fully upgraded. It's one off, and we'll see what I need for it, actually. I need 3 shards and 5 black pelagi. I don't know if it's pelage or pelagi. I've got no idea. I have the mantles for it, but... and the ticket for it. But yeah. Which is good. Don't really need to do Silverwind 5 anymore. But yeah, I haven't needed to do Silverwind for a number of days, and it feels good to not have to do that. I'm upgrading my Ceadeus greatsword. And of course, we're back to laggy. Now, whether or not I subject you guys to that, I don't know yet. But, oh yeah, I can show you my greatsword set at least. But yeah, I'll probably work on something else like... oh yeah, I need to get some Hydro PLs for this bow, and then we'll start leveling that up after that. But yeah, I'll show you my current greatsword set for Sharp GS. Sharp GS, here we go. So this is it here. It has, as I mentioned before, high grade earplug, sharpness +2, critical draw, and focus. Pretty standard greatsword set. It's very 3 Ultimate-esque, to be honest. But, yeah. You can see that my current damage with this weapon is just ridiculous. So it's got 315 raw, pretty reasonable. Could be better, but it's pretty reasonable. And 75 element, which is dragon. Really great. Generally, when you have that much dragon, your end damage is like 300 at max. This is 315. Like, oftentimes it's 280 or something like that. But yeah, really good weapon. It's Fatalis Legacy, which is the White Fatalis greatsword, if it were not incredibly obvious. But, anyway. I was just thinking that because the live stream actually started private, it would not have given anyone a notification that I went live, which is really annoying. So no one's gonna fucking find this thing. So frustrating, because what happened was I did the previous recording, and it was the false start because I had the wrong video title. So I made that private, but it ended up making my streams in general private. It's like, why are you so useless? YouTube. Seriously. Anyway. No, it's fine. It's designed by monkeys. It's not an issue. Anyway, so what we're going to do is go blunt lance. Because I want to get some lance uses up as I get some hydro hide, or hydro PLs, rather. So we'll do that, and yeah. I guess I'm not going to have anyone to talk to because, again, there's no one to watch. It will all be the VOD viewers, basically, for this particular recording. Unless someone happens to be on my channel and finds this. What are we doing? So we are doing Deserted Island Harvest Tour. It's really annoying, actually, to do this because you have to travel so far to get to the Ludroths, and yeah. Would have much preferred, like, the Flooded Forest or something like that. But yeah. Just need, I think I need 3? Do I have 2 at the moment? I think I have 2, so I need 3 more Hydro PLs. If I'm lucky, I'll get them in this hunt. If I'm not lucky, then I guess I'll have to do another hunt, but yeah, I would rather subject you guys to doing this than more laggy, because in the previous recording I did do a bit of laggy to get a mantle, so yeah. I would say there's a fair chance that if I were to get another mantle, or try to get another mantle that is, you guys would be sitting through another long session of laggy. I'm perfectly happy to do that, but I wouldn't want you guys to get bored, so. He says as he does a Deserted Island Harvest Tour. Anyway. It is nice to come back to the Deserted Island, of course. It gives me... I have fond memories of it, thanks to Try. Used to do the pellet glitch over there and used to adventure through the map. There's a cave in there that I used to walk through. You can also walk across that thing up there, and you go further over that way, and I think it turns night as you walk further in there. Because you just sort of, I don't know, the sky disappears or something. And then also further out in the mountains, there's sort of like a snowy cave. Of course, this exists purely outside of where you are normally able to walk. But there's like, there's a snowy cave in there. And you just sort of hang around. Or at least there was in Try. I'm assuming they patched that glitch in 3 Ultimate. But yeah. Because people did make use of it to fight World Eater Devil Joe. They just put a whole gunner team up in there. And they just annihilate Joe. So I think for that reason, Capcom would have gone and patched that out. But it was really fun. There was also one for the Tundra. And there may have been one for the Volcano as well, although I can't remember. I vaguely think there was one, but I don't think I ever really did it. I only did the Deserted Island one and the Tundra one. So, maybe if Royal Ludroth is here, the regular Ludroth will spawn more often. That's possible. But, anyway. I'll just focus on the regular Ludroth for now. There we go. Supple PLs are not what I need, by the way. It's Hydro PL. I probably won't record for too long. I'll probably do an hour and 30 minutes or something like that. Because again, for whatever reason, this stream was started as private. Well, not for whatever reason. I did explain why that happened. But yeah. Seeing as though there's almost no chance that anyone's going to find it while I'm live, I'll just have it be a shorter recording. Have it be like in between an hour and 10 and an hour and 30. Sort of depends on whatever I'm doing. I don't think that if I stand around here, more Ludroth will spawn, so I guess I'll... Actually, maybe there's some in 7, you never know. It would be weird if there was some in 7, but might as well go and have a look. It's funny because, going back to that Gaijin Hunter thing, I had it in my head, like I obviously wasn't actually going to do it, but I imagined in my head what it would be like if I went and tried to use that as some kind of vehicle to boost my channel popularity. Like I did some stupid clickbait video like, I kicked Gaijin Hunter, and then like tell the story and show the screenshots. I mean, that would be super dumb. But I can imagine other people doing that. Good thing I don't particularly care about having my channel grow in such a way. Well, I'm interested in my channel growing, but not like that. That would just be really terrible. But I do think it was funny enough to warrant being discussed in this recording. I wasn't necessarily going to record today, but I thought the sooner I tell that Gaijin Hunter story, the better. Otherwise, you know, it just becomes a thing of the past, you know. But it's still relatively fresh. Fortunately, we do have 3 Ludroth here. I would suggest that their spawning would be increased in frequency, with Royal Ludroth being here, which is a good thing. Last time I came here, there was no Royal Ludroth in this area, so it worked out quite well. And as far as working out quite well, that is definitely not a way in which I can describe my current Hydro PL farming session. This is really starting to suck. Oh dear god. Alright. Supple PL again. I'm getting plenty of supple PLs. I don't really need them. I mean, maybe I'll need them for something, but not my current objective. Go away. Hydro PL, so now we need another 2. Now it is possible that your cats do carve them, which is actually quite helpful. So if I don't actually carve them myself, there is definitely the possibility that one of my cats has. So I can at least rest easy with that thought in mind. Whether or not it works out in my favour is another story though. May as well kill these Jagu for fun in the meantime. But yeah, I don't always do multiplayer hunts in Hunting with Purpose. I think that is something that I've established so far. It's all about just trying to get something in particular, whatever that may be. But, yeah. Obviously, the ideal scenario is for me to hunt with other people because that is more entertaining. Let's have a look and see if those Ludroth have spawned already. It's possible that they have with the Royal Ludroth being there. What have we got? Yep. We've got 1, actually. Maybe the spawning is the same. I'd say it's probably the same. It's weird, I'm not doing that much damage to this guy. He's dead now, though. I think my cat killed him. Supple PL, bastard. And none of my cats ended up carving him there either. Well, I think that might be enough fun for one quest. Let's hope. I mean, it won't be the case, but maybe I have 2 Hydro Hide in my cat's, I don't even know what you call it, pouch, item box, whatever you would want to call that. I guess my cat's item pouch. Anyway. Destroying the delivery box. Oh dear. But yeah, I'm having a lot of fun with Generations Ultimate at the moment. Just working through all the stuff that I need to do. Oh. I guess I'll discuss it further in my Ocarina of Time recording that I do next, but I do actually have my PS2 now. I went and got a PS2 because I'm crazy. But yeah, what have we got? Hydro PL, awesome. So now we need 1 more. That's assuming that I had 2 before. Which I may not have. I might have my memories might have been incorrect. Let's have a look and see. If I need 2 more, I will probably cry. See what we got. Okay, cool. I was right. So we'll do 1 more of those, and I won't even stick around to try and collect as much as I can once I'm there. I'm just gonna get the hell out of there once I get that 1 Hydro PL that I need. And again, I'm using the lands here so that I can get some uses up on it as I'm doing these harvest tours. I mean, really, if I wanted to be an idiot, I could just deliver harvest tour quests until I get all the uses up, but that's no fun, is it? Why the hell would I want to do that? I mean, maybe... What am I doing? Maybe if I really, really hated the weapon type, I would do that, but... I mean, I could do that with the cat. But again, I had to make that decision whether or not I wanted to just leave cat at 3 and never use it while having everything else all the way up. Or if I just went and brought cat all the way up because it's already at 3, you know. I would prefer it if it only were at 1 or something like that. Not 0, because then how would I know that I hated it, you know? But if I had it at 1, it would look as if I used it once, was like never again, and then never used it again. But I guess 3 times is also enough to indicate that that was my opinion regarding cats. But yeah, not a fan of the Prowler. It's alright, like it's interesting. When I used it, it was weird and interesting. And kind of cool. But no. No. It quickly loses its novelty for me. Just not that interested. Again, as you can see, it is really annoying to go all the way up to Area 10 just to do this. But yeah, in terms of... I might as well take this opportunity to mention something about Monster Hunter Online. Because of course I did record that video that was like the imminent death of Monster Hunter Online, which for whatever reason has a lot of views at the moment. Had I known that, I would have made the video a little bit better. Because the actual recording that I had at that time was not particularly good. My looking sensitivity had gone to shit in that recording, and so it was like... Ugh. And also it wasn't the best hunt. Like, my performance was terrible. But yeah. It's always the videos that you don't expect to get a lot of views, that get views, and then you're like, well, I could have done that better. But anyway, it doesn't really matter. But I made that video, and I said that I was intending on recording a lot more Monster Hunter Online, but I said at that time, because I knew how I operate, that there's no guarantee that I'll do that immediately. Maybe it'll be in several months' time when I start playing more Monster Hunter Online, and indeed that is what's going to be happening. Because I just don't really feel like playing it, to be honest. But I do intend to have Monster Hunter Online be part of the Hunting with Purpose series, because anything that I do in Monster Hunter Online is not so much random. At this stage, it's all my key quests, and that is hunting with a purpose as far as I'm concerned. The purpose being to get my key quests up. So, yeah. I do plan to do that soon, like within the next month or so. But we'll see how that goes. There's my Hydro PL. Awesome. Don't have to wait until they respawn. Let's get the hell out of here. Again, one of our cats might have carved one as well. Which will be good in case I need Hydro PLs again. Alrighty, so then I think after that, I probably have some Ludroth stuff. Like regular G-rank Ludroth stuff. Hopefully enough to get one upgrade in that G-rank level to limit break it, I suppose. Actually, no, the limit break is what I'm doing right now because I'm getting some G-rank materials like Hydro PL. So I'm probably already limit breaking it, but then after that, hopefully I have enough materials to get the next level. And then after that, I'm pretty sure I'll need Hyper Royal Ludroth, which I don't have. I already used a bunch of Hyper Royal Ludroth shards to make my Ceadeus greatsword, or at least to upgrade it. So, what do we got? Hydro PL. Alright. Anyway, let's go and have a look and see what we need for the next upgrade. Hopefully not too much once again. What we got... It's funny because this is going to be a fairly short stream. Especially... Oh, it's only one more upgrade and we need 4 Hyper Royal Ludroth shards. I don't know why they've gone and added Tigrex shards in there, but whatever. I guess he's a difficult monster to hunt, sort of. Just to sort of add a level of difficulty to making this thing, but yeah. All we need to do is Hyper Royal Ludroth. We'll go and make a room for that. I'm assuming that no one's hunting Royal Ludroth, but I will check. Because in the very bizarre and unlikely event that someone is hunting a Royal Ludroth, that would essentially make it impossible for people to join me. Unless he only had, like... If he was only by himself and he were a lower hunter rank to me, maybe people would join my room because I'm the higher hunter rank, but still. What have we got? Hyper G, actually. No. Fuck! Absolutely hate this. Hyper G. Fucking eat my ass, cunt! Let's just do Ludroth, seriously. It's not a Hyper G small monster. People know what I'm talking about. Well, let's set it to 12. Alright. So we'll just wait until people join this, and then after that we'll probably finish up. Because again, the stream was made private, so no one's coming. Oh dear. Love you, YouTube. Love you. Actually, no, we want regular spread, because that is how that is going. Wait, I do have a PS5 bow, don't I? Let's have a look and see what we've got here. So for PS Fire, hold on. We do have that. Because I already made the Silver Rathalos for heavy fire. So I also have the Silver Rathalos bow for PS Fire. I have that ice bow. I just need the Hyper Zenoga bow, as well as the one that I'm working on, and I'll be done with Pierce. I also need to make my load up set for the Zenoga bow. Generally how it works is that I'll have all bows either be one or the other, except for one. And by one or the other I mean either load up or not. So, yeah. For Pierce, it's all non-load up except for Zenoga, which will use the load up set, of course. We'll see how long it takes for people to join, hopefully not too long. You never know. I will probably go with one person once they do join. I think, here we go. The hype is royal. I'm assuming it's supposed to be the hype is real, but they've said royal. I don't know. Half the time I don't know what the hell they're trying to make jokes about with these quest titles, but anyway. And what do we got? I don't really need Defender. I mean, as you can see, my frickin' food is not very interesting. And I do need to work on getting more food. But anyway. I'm hunt rank like 333. And I have the food of a fucking early G rank person, so it's kind of pathetic. Hello Tony. Mr. Full Nesset. Nebtajessa. I'll probably just depart with this guy. That'll be fine. Oh, we've got Dratini as well. I'm hunting with a Pokemon apparently. That's fine. Go and get some coatings. Power level 1 and element level 1. I have to say that the Raytheon bow in general is pretty bad. But it's the best option for spread fire, so what can I say? Just reorganizing my chats because I had to get my whatchamacallit up, my notes for which weapons I was using. I'm probably going to have to do that with bow in general because I have to do the same with portable third. I don't know what bow I'm using for what element and what shot type, so I have to like actually refer to that and be like, shit, what bow is it? But yeah. These guys are freaking twins. Wow, apparently everyone... What are the chances of a guy coming with the HR 333? Same as mine. Like, what are the chances? Like, let's actually be serious. It's pretty fucking unlikely for that to happen. But anyway. It's a sign. We're meant to hunt together. Dratini is taking his sweet time getting ready for this Royal Ludroth quest. What's with the Dragon Res plus 20? What is this set? What is this set? Fire attack plus 2 with a raw damage weapon. Raw damage only, that is. Then Dragon Res plus 20. Okay, you've got 30 Dragon Res. Great. It's a Royal Ludroth. Ugh. Dear Jesus. I only say that because his hunt rank's 174. You think by that point you'd be wanting to have a set that's a little bit better than that. I don't know. Like, what? I usually make fun of people for using their set, but at least you can make it a really functional thing. Like, it doesn't have to be bad. It can be quite good. But that is not quite good. That's quite bad. Like, that is considerably not good. Like, phenomenally not good. Anyway, it blows my mind. Oh dear. So I'll just be aiming for the head and the main for the most part. Nice and easy with spread. I just enjoy spread bow in general. I do understand that it doesn't do as much damage in this game, but I have to use it for fun. I mean, it seems to be fine. It seems to work as far as dealing damage. I'm sure it could deal more damage, yeah, but it's not cripplingly bad. It's not like Sword and Shield in Unite or something. It feels fine. Can you stop? Fucking bastard. Got defense up, apparently. But yeah, spread bow is what I'm most comfortable with for a lot of monsters. There are certain monsters that I wouldn't use spread with because it just doesn't work that well. But Royal Ludroth is a good one. He's sort of like a... he's physically low to the ground, and he's sort of a wide monster if you line up with the side of him. So, yeah, spread works well. Let's do a power shot for a change, huh? Which I suppose works with spread, but... yeah, generally I don't do power shots, to be honest. It's not my thing, bro. Hence why I don't have, is it... it's not true shot up, is it? Power shot? I don't know. Whatever it's called. That gives you increased power shot damage. There we go. This will be a pretty fast hunt, I would say. This poor Ludroth is having a bad day. Again, I could have subjected you guys to more laggy, but I certainly was not going to do that. So, enjoy some Hyper Royal Ludroth instead. Oh shit. That happens way too often, to be honest. I'm just in the middle of the hunt and then all of a sudden, nope, gone. One thing that I don't like about triple volley, which I will be using in just a moment, is that it doesn't actually retain any element. It's just like an elementless frickin' attack. But it might be alright in terms of damage. It's probably pretty good, but I only have level 2, so definitely it could be better. Leave me alone, Mr. Ludroth, man. Might do another power shot. Oh. I was gonna do the, can you fucking not, mate? I understand that you're like, oh, me do damage, but like, just relax a little bit. You find that a lot with, the heavy pierce guys, you know? You tell them to capture, and then when the monster's limping away, they'll just keep shooting because they switch their brains off completely. I get that a lot with the high-level people as well, like HR 700 and beyond. They just run Pierce because all they care about is killing the monster quickly. I'm thinking, well, at that Hunter rank level, shouldn't you have played the Monster Hunter game enough at this point to not want everything to just die immediately? Like, I don't get it. Like, how do you find fun in that? It's like those people who are super high-leveled in 3 Ultimate using the Kelby Deer Shot. Like, what is fun about that? Everything just dies immediately. It's great if you just need something dead, but if you're hunting in general, just use something else, I don't know. Pick up this shiny quickly. Did it disappear? Yeah, I'm collecting mushrooms now. I was thinking it was about to disappear, and it did. That's annoying. Anyway. So I'll probably do another one of those, and then that might be it for the live stream. Or maybe not. We'll see how many hyper shards we can get. Hopefully enough. One thing that I've been having problems with lately is money in this game. I have not been making much money. Because I haven't been selling stuff. In rewards, that is. I have been selling a lot of, you know, stuff like Chameleos materials, Nagakuka materials, and yeah. But I'm starting to get to the end of my tether. need to start actually selling quest rewards and stuff. Because that's a great way to make money. You just sort of do random hunts and just sell all the rewards. It's a really good way to make money. Like if you do that for about 50 hours, like only selling stuff, you'll probably be at max in that 50 hours time. Probably even less than that. So, yeah. We'll see if this guy's 334. It's possible. Because again, really kind of crazy that we both ended up being... Nope, he's not 334. It was pretty crazy that we both ended up being 333. Alrighty. I didn't actually check to see how many shards we collected, so we'll have a look and see. Oh, I only got 2. That's alright. Should be able to get the rest that I need in the next hunt. Now sometimes when you've got a room like this, some idiot will just post his own quest thinking it's a turns room. You know, they don't actually know what a turns room is or isn't. They just assume that every room may or may not be a turns room, so they just post anyway. I'm thinking, well, no, that's not how that works. Do you read the room name, you know? Anyway, so he's going to check the board then leave, so that's fine. I don't know why they always check the board before leaving. Like, what would I post that would make you happy, you know? Got a hunter ring 999. What's he using? Oh, that's the only... Oh, what is that? Yeah, that's the Gold Raytheon Charge Blade. That was the only thing that I fucking used in... for Ultimate as far as Charge Blades. I think I might have had one other Charge Blade, but the Gold Raytheon Charge Blade I think was the only one that I used in that game. But anyway, was not a big Charge Blade fan in that game, not at all. Anyway, I'm more used to Charge Blade now. I'll be back in a moment. I'm back. So yeah, I think one more of these and then we'll upgrade that bow and that will be done. That'll be it for the live stream as well. Oh dear. So yeah, basically I haven't worked on rapid at all. I'm not a huge fan of rapid bow. It's good for dealing damage, but I think heavy bow I will be a little bit more focused on. I forgot to get coatings apparently. Should be fine. We'll be quite well equipped for this hunt. Or well prepared. Got a good team. Haven't really seen what Wang's using, but Josué is the HR 999, so whatever he's using is probably perfectly good. Don't know if he's going elemental or status though. Didn't really have a look. Fuck off, Ludroth, seriously. I was like right on the edge of his hitbox there. We're doing a bit less damage in this hunt because I don't have coatings, but life goes on. Yeah, it is actually really hard to get out of the way of that attack, I have to say. I mean, it's a royal Ludroth. But, yeah. He does have kind of an annoying attack though. Be great if I could maybe be on target. But you see, I do enjoy spread because you don't necessarily have to aim your shot. So how it works is that you generally get all the damage out that you would normally get out when aiming it properly. Except you don't need to aim it. So generally you have higher DPS. Can we not do this, please? He's just sort of moving around and killing me. Don't really need to get hit with water blight right now. Damn. There we go. No longer in coatings at the moment, sadly. But yeah, I think he will die pretty quickly anyway. I really do need coatings for this bow. It's not a particularly good bow. It's got pretty low raw, pretty low element, and it doesn't even load any level 2 coatings, so it's like... Well, I guess you don't load coatings so much as you apply them, but yeah, it doesn't let you apply level 2 coatings despite being such a terrible bow, so this is really weird. But again, it's the best option for fire spread, if not the only option, so yeah. Fire spread did not get too much love in this game. Can't remember what I used for fire spread in Portable Third. I didn't really have a proper bow loadout in 3 Ultimate. Maybe I should get one. That would be kind of cool. Hunting with purpose in 3 Ultimate. 4 hours. 3 quests completed. Or at least 3 quests that I wanted to do completed. Hunting with purpose in 3 Ultimate at this stage would be terrible, but would be kind of fun. If I could actually get into the hunts, that is. And get things done. Because I would like to build that character a little bit more. Because I was being very casual in that game. I'm probably less casual in this game than in that game when it comes to building things, like armor sets and stuff, with weapons. In that game I just sort of made whatever I felt like and just relaxed while playing. Here I do take things a little bit more seriously, but obviously not so seriously that I would opt for, like, Valor. Or some style that does more damage than Guild, but... yeah. No, he's gonna hit me. Ow. I hate that wide area of effect. That stupid water attack. Some loud freaking cockatoo outside. I'm not going to pick up that shiny, that's dangerous. I could try to do hunting with purpose in 3 Ultimate, yeah, but what stops me from recording 3 Ultimate is that for some reason the audio and video just repeatedly goes out of sync when I record from the Wii U. So, or at least with 3 Ultimate. That's fine when I'm recording something in like random hunts where I can just edit it. Like, I'm perfectly fine to edit it, it doesn't bother me. But if it's live, there's not much that I can do. So, yeah, it's just one of those things, you know? See, why would you bother having a shout that says Hunter Art 3 activated? Who gives a fuck? I don't understand that. I actually don't understand having shouts for doing Hunter Arts, because it makes the chat box less important. Because what the chat box should be is combat-related information that's actually relevant, you know? But when people are doing their stupid shouts that are not funny, it basically makes the chat less important, so you don't look at what's said as seriously. You ignore the chat by default, instead of actually actively reading whatever's said in the chat. Like you would in a game like 3 Ultimate, or Try, where it's either free typed, or it's actually a legitimate shout. There were no shouts in Try though. That was all free type. Which I kind of prefer. But having the shout option's perfectly fine as well. You know, more options is better. There's no need for it to be free type only. But having both shouts and free type, that's pretty fucking good. Never really made use of shouts to actually communicate with people though in 3 Ultimate. Alright. I think he's about to die. Do this charge attack. I don't really do that, but I just did it. Thought he was about to leave the area. I was about to get annoyed. But yeah, it would be really fun to use bow in 3 Ultimate, because when I was playing 3 Ultimate I wasn't really that interested in bow. I used a little bit of bow, mostly with Abyssal, doing the glitch, but not really with anything else. And, yeah, I think I'd have fun using bow. And I did kind of want to make the Elatrion Pierce bow, to be honest, but anyway. Maybe I'll be able to make a room, and we'll actually be able to get some stuff done in 3 Ultimate. But I think it would be a very, very long stream. And whether or not everything was in sync, I've got no idea if that's something I would be able to manage. Because I think the last recording that I did in Live Hunts, the audio was a little bit out of sync, and that really bothered me. That really bothered me a lot. So, mainly because I have no control over it if it's live. Unless I added some sort of audio delay, but then there's no guarantee that it's going to be out of sync when I record anyway. It's just really dumb and frustrating. It's just Wii U things. I only get that with Wii U, nothing else. So, again, not a problem if I'm editing, but if it's live and I'm not editing, different story. So, yeah. There we go. Something really crazy that I could do, alternatively, is like record it live and then upload an actual edited VOD of it. So like record my audio separately on my PC then. But no, that wouldn't work, because then, yeah, that wouldn't work. Then I'd have to try and record the game audio separately, which I guess could be done, but I don't know how. Because the whole idea is that I would need the vocal audio that I've got going on here to actually be separate from the game audio, so then I'd be able to resync that way, but yeah, might not be possible. I mean, it would be possible, but it would be annoying. It would take a bit of effort. Do a tactical retreat. Yeah! Power shot! Couldn't kill him. Too powerful. Oh dear. God, it's a bit later than I was thinking. Because I do need to go to work fairly soon, annoyingly enough. Whoa, holy balls. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hyper shards in one hunt. That's off the charts. Would have liked to have that in the last hunt. Crazy. I think that has to be the most hyper materials I've gotten in one hunt so far. It was quite impressive, actually. Really cool. Anyway, now we can make the PS water bow that we wanted to make. Oh, Wang is the HR999. Fair enough. Alright. Ludroth Dimion. I think that was my... I definitely used that weapon in Portable Third as well. Excuse me. So, that is Water Pierce done. Next I need Zenoga, which will require the load up set, which I have yet to make, so... Anyway, that's an hour and 14, so that should be perfectly fine to end it there. That was pretty much what I was expecting. Between an hour and 10 and an hour and 30 is what I said. So yeah, I thank you all for watching, and I'll see you when I'm next recording Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate. Again, maybe at some point I'll try to do some Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate hunting with purpose, but that would be a very long recording. That would be like how the previous one that I did was a 4-hour long recording, but I actually got a lot done in that recording. It would be different in 3 Ultimate because I'd get probably about half of what I got done in that previous 4-hour recording in 3 Ultimate, because it's just everything is so much slower in that game. And also it would be difficult to have my quest be the only one being done, so... Anyway, I do thank you all for watching, and I'll see you when I'm next recording. Bye bye.